Hi guys. So happy holiday, and welcome to Pattaya Chilli. Pattaya Chilli. Okay, Pattaya Chilli. Oh boy, it's been a long time since I come to life on this channel. But you guys, I had three YouTube channels. So this channel here, I I made it. I wanna say this channel in a couple years I'm gonna go and do a lot of activities, put a lot of different content into this channel. So that's why at the time I'm not really fully operation on this channel. And you see me, it's like filling once a while, filling this spot once a while. And maybe a lot of you guys already have gone away, but just let you know my channel here is still active. It's still active on YouTube. So once a while I throw a video and something like this. Today it's a holiday, so I will come out and throw like do a stream. Uh, just keep in touch with you guys. Some of you guys show up. Some of you guys might not even show up anymore because if it is not, it's not an aptly come on every day. So it's Thanksgiving Day, so I'm just wanna pop up and say hi to you guys that I am still alive, and for you guys, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's a holiday for. It's a big thing for America. It's a big thing for especially America, like North America, like just the United States. Because other country has nothing to do with it. I know they're probably not even celebrating Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving, it's an American holiday, and I know like Christmas, it's a internationally holiday for the uh, you know um, Christian, Catholic, the believer, the religions people, yeah, people that are in religions. But like in like uh what is it? A Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is also a international holiday for people to celebrate. Um, 4th of July is just Americans, and we have Halloween. Halloween, pretty much an American holiday. So Thanksgiving, it's an American holiday. It related to pretty much in America. It's pretty much a marketing purpose holiday, and it always happened on the last Thursday of November. So it'd be the second. No, it the last used to be the second Thursday of November to the end of the month. But because FDR decided to change the day in 1939, which it there was something going on in debating over that, and they finally Congress finally approved, and FDR decided in 1941 to become the last Thursday of the November. And they oh yeah, happy Thanksgiving, bro. Yeah, you too. Hope you enjoy a lot of food and enjoy your time with your family too, okay? So it happened on the last Thursday of November, officially in 1941 when FDR changed the date. It will say that it was related to marketing purpose. So it will push that closer to Christmas. That way the gap doesn't take too long and people still have the energy, the mood to celebrate holiday, So and then it tied up with the Christmas holiday. That way, as soon as we finish Thanksgiving, we're already preparing for Christmas. So you guys know you go to like Walmart or the in the mall stores, retail store, they are as soon as tomorrow done, they already set up for Christmas. Even now they already set up for Christmas. So it gives people the energy, the the hunger, the craving to continue holidays, okay? And mostly a lot of people Thanksgiving just family get together and eat, drink lots of food, watch some football games, playing whatever game you have, your home games, talk to each other, get drunk, and do a lot of dump in somebody's house. Like you go and visit your whatever relative who is serving you. You go to their house and eat a lot and take a deep dump in the toilet. And then that family will have to clean the next day, clean the house, take out the garbage, wash the dishes, have a lot of leftovers because people that come to their house or came to their house might not want to take anything back. So if you are the one that providing the place for your guests, you will be the one that do all the hard work, dirty work. Okay? So what's Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is pretty much, like I said, a holiday for number one, marketing. Two is for family members to get together, eat a lot of food, drink, and watch a lot of games. And for family members who haven't seen each other for a long time, it's a chance to see each other, to meet and greet. Other than that, it's pretty much most Americans have no idea what they celebrate Thanksgiving. So I'm just gonna do a little, refresh history course here. So the New World, Christopher Columbus discovered America. I don't know if it's real or not, but it will say that he found the Caribbeans. He was hired by the Queen of what it got Spain. Was it Spain or was it Portugal? I think it was the Queen of Portugal to go and find the New World because he believed the world was round. And most at the time, in 1400, people believed the world was flat. Okay? It has no ending. Just go on beyond the horizon. So Christopher Columbus was sent out in 1492 with his three ships, and they discovered the Caribbean, like the Bahamas, and they were sent out to find East India, which is the East India. They're supposed to go and find India, and they want to do a spice, all those things, sales, business, different stuff. But instead, they got lost. They discovered the Bahamas, so they discovered America. Okay, 1492, Christopher Columbus. So they brought all these news. They captured some Indians, brought it back, and it made the Europeans hungry. exciting. They want to go to the new world. So at the time, you know, it took almost 200 years for them to decide to come to America, you know. So England was old. They ran out of resource. No more trees, no more fish, no more livestock. As a matter of fact, they almost extended all the fish and all the, you know, wild animals, deers, fox, wolves, ox, buffaloes. It was all taken out in Europe, in Northern Europe. So the Dutch, the Netherlands, today it's called the Netherlands, but back in the day it was the Dutch. And the English people, they wanted to send people here to America. So in 1600, 1620, they sent two ships, the Mayflower and the Speedwell. So, but as they took off, the Speedwell was leaking. You know, like a day passed, it was leaking so hard that they figured out they would not make it to the New World, so the Speedwell had to go back to the Netherlands, and only the Mayflower would travel to the New World. On the ship, there was 37 crew members and 102 passengers. This ship included all these widows, gangsters, rapists, women that they criminals they took out of prison because the first wave England don't know what to expect in the New World, so they want to send these bad people over here to America to try out, to experiment first before they send the real leaders, people, the good people, the high class, the elite, before they send the elite. So this first wave was guinea pigs. They were guinea pigs put in this ship, sent to America. So they travel. I think they started in June, right? In 1620. They hope to land in the East Coast by September. It would take like 3 months. But, you know, due to problem, sickness, you know, weather, uncontrollable weather, they landed here in the middle October in the East Coast. I'm pretty sure they landed in Cape Cod in Massachusetts. And according to American history, they landed there and it was so rough, the terrain is not good to settle. So they moved further south to Plymouth, Massachusetts, which is today the city is called Plymouth, but that's where they started the first settlement. It's called Jamestown, right? We all should know. We're American, we all should know about these things, right? So then they settled there in the middle of October, and then they didn't know anything about the new America, and they're hungry. They're got too cold. They're hungry. They suffer death, disease. So by the time it came to 1621 in the springtime, 45 of their passenger or the people, their settlers, already vanished. That means they die, perish from the face of the earth. So yeah, by spring, they didn't know what to grow, to whatever crop they should grow, because this is a new world. The ground, the atmosphere, what do you call it, the geography, the land, the trees, everything's different. So then they met the Indians, the Wapa Ana, Wapa Ana, Wapa Ana. That's the Indian that live in the East Coast in those days, right? So the Wapa Anna came and to the rescue. In the history, American history, it said that India taught the settlers, the Pilgrims, how to grow squash, corn, and beans. Those long beans. Okay, so the Indian knew how to grow those things, and they gave those to the settlers, the seeds to grow. And the owner, Wapa owner show them how to fertilize their crops by using fish to bury before the crops and plant the crops. So there's a lot of fish in those days, as you guys know. In the 1800 American history, say that in the Hudson River, there are millions of fish. There's so many fish that you can walk across the Hudson River on the back of fish without drowning yourself. So people are crossing the Hudson River on the back of the fish. You see, guys, there's a lot of fish in those days. So using fish for fertilizer shouldn't be any problem in those days. Just go to the river, scoop them out, take it to your crops, your field, dig a little hole, put a little fish in there, grow your crop on top, fertilize. I see this on the Chinese videos. The Chinese use fish to grow their plants in the desert. Okay, so it must work. Remember, fish is good fertilizers. As now, one time I went fishing in the river up here in my region. There's a guy that came with a pickup truck and he used bow arrows, crossbow, and he shoot crops in the river. And he'd take a load of trucks and home. And I asked him, what do you do with all these fish, bro? And he's like, oh, I take them home and use as a fertilizer in my gardens. It works, guys. Natural fertilizer. Okay? If you don't know, now you know. Now you know. Fish is a good source of fertilizer. Okay? And also your dumps, your poop. So in Southeast Asia, like Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, they have they don't have a septic tank that your dump goes in there. But in the toilet, it's detached from their house or attached to their house, whatever. They have pipes that go into this big storage in the ground. And the poop, the dumps, goes into this container. And when it gets full, you will call a local company that they bring a truck, a tanker, and they'll suck out your dumps. And the Laotian, the farmers will buy that from the truck company because they use that in their rice paddy, dump into the rice paddy to grow their rice, to the vegetable garden. They use that as a fertilizer. And chicken poop. Okay, so in Asia, they raise chicken and they collect the poop, chicken waste, and they use that for fertilizer. I know because I was there. I went there to see how they do it. Okay? So fertilizer, I don't know. America, we don't use human dumps to feces for fertilizer. So we eat and we dump in the toilet and go to the street, go to the tunnel, and the city opened up this big way of water and travel through the channel, the tunnel, and flush that to the sanitation stations, and the solid waste were filtered into screen, taken to a care center, and the water recycled and chemicals put in, and the water become drinkable again. But the leftover, those solid waste, were put in a container, shipped to like China and on Asia for fertilizer. Yeah, now you know. You guys know. American waste, solid waste, do not end up anywhere. They will collect and ship to Southeast Asia to use as fertilizer, China to use as fertilizer to grow the vegetable, their crops, and then these crops will be processed, can them, and shipped back to America to eat. So it's a circle of life, guy. It's a circle of life. You're actually eating your dump. Your dump goes to the field in Southeast Asia, those third world country. They use as fertilizer, grow their own vegetable, their crops, their fruits, whatever. They put it in the can, ship back to you in America, and you eat your own poop. So you use your own poop, your own dump to fertilize and grow that. I know it doesn't happen here in America, but that's the circle of life, people. Circle of life. So you eat a lot of turkey today, it will end up, your solid waste will end up in Southeast Asia or third world country like Asia, East Asia, and Southeast Asia. They use that and make fertilizer and bring it back to you. Even in dry package, you this fertilizer and then you use them again. So that's how it works. Anyway, so the India, the Wapa Anna, they were teaching the settlers, the English people in those days in 1621, the spring of 1621, how to grow vegetable like crops like beans, corn, and squash. So then that whole year, by November, they collected their harvest. They put their harvest, their food, their vegetable, their crops in storage. And by the middle of November, that's why they came together, sit around, and celebrate their harvest and eat. So the Indians, the Wapa Anna, came to join them. So in the American history, it said that the Indian only brought some game animals, vegetables, crops, and they also brought 5 deers. 5 deers, okay? And there's 138 or 35 of the tribal people came to join the settler in the penguins in the first town that they built. So they have a big festival, feasting, they feast their food, eat their food. So they had the Indians came, join them. They provided, crops, whatever crops they have, vegetables, corn, squash, beans. They provided fish, some turkeys, some fowls, some ducks. Fowls means ducks, and all the small animal like you know. But the Indian brought them 5 deer, so they have a big festival celebration, and they came together and eat together and talk together and became friends. So the Indian were their friend in those days, and so then every year after that, in the second week, the third week of November, they were celebrating all the way remember those days, pass on to generation all the way till 1939 when FDR decided to, because of depression, FDR decided to bump the holiday into the last Thursday, which is the fourth week of November. So today, that's why we celebrate on the last week of November and the Thursday. Okay? And yeah, a lot of things, it's pretty much we celebrate, we thank the Indians for showing the settlers how to grow these three main crops and how to hunt, where to hunt those things. Yeah, and how to fertilize their crops. It was the Indians, and that was one purpose. Second of all is to celebrate your past, your history, and to remember the one before you. If you don't know the one before you, you don't worship them, you don't respect them, and you don't define them, you won't know the future. So if you will celebrate Thanksgiving and you know that it was the Indian that provided them these skills, when you see you see an Indian person, you don't spit on them. You learn how to be peaceful with the Indian, the American Indian, the native. Okay, you see a group of Wapa, no, Ana, Wapa Ana. You say hi to them. I don't know what they call them today, though. The Indians from that era, probably they are vanished, or is it the Ojibwe, or the Ojibwe were like in Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. But I'm not sure about the East Coast. I'm pretty sure there was the Mohicans. That's why they had the movie The Last of the Mohicans. I thought the Mohicans were part of the East Coast and all the Indians tribe over there. But the Wapa, oh no, that's in the tribe that lives here, I think, in those days when the settlers came to. So they landed in Massachusetts and started the first settler, the first town called Jamestown, and the Indian came and celebrate with them Thanksgiving. So today they celebrate Thanksgiving, just that thing. And then the third part of it is to, how the Indian came to join them. So today is like your family come back to join you because they live in different town, different state for jobs or employment, whatever purpose they do, travel, whatever. They are here getting together and have a little feast together. That's the third part of it. And pretty much that's what this holiday is all about, So I just want to come out here and say hi to you guys and congratulate you guys or wish you a happy holiday and enjoy your food, enjoy your friends, company, enjoy your family's company, and enjoy some games and eat safe, drink safe, live safe, travel safe, get back home in one piece. Okay, guys? Happy holiday. We'll see you next time.